Okay.
So will you help me out with the understanding of column input style?
Of column what?
Column input style
Oh, that's the like data step processing. Like,
means how we are supposed to write down the column input style. What is the general syntax?
oh, it's the variable name,
Yep,
and then if it's character, it's a dollar sign.
that's correct.
If it's not character, it's no dollar sign.
Yes, just
And then
yep.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Yes,
and then
go
the
ahead.
start column to the end column.
Yes, start column hyphen end column. Okay.
I
Yep. Yeah. What are the rules?
The data step processing.
No, no. I'm just asking about when to use the column input style. What are the rules?
Once you use the column input style.
The first rule is data should be into fixed column. And the second rule is it will only consider the standard, numeric, and character values. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. Standard. Okay, yeah. I do.
Yeah. So basically,
Okay,
it's just need the fixed column bit data, as well as it will consider the standard, numeric, or character values. Standard, which SAS will able to understand. Okay. So today we are going to understand about how to work on the non-standard values. Okay.
Okay.
So when we talk about a non-standard value, so we need to specify an in format to read the non-standard value. So we have one more style that is called formatted input style. So the formatted input style, the first rule will remain the same. The data should be into fixed column.
Okay.
Rule 1 will remain the same. The data should be into fixed column. And the second rule is it will consider the standard as well as non-standard numeric and character value. Okay. So basically what happens, there is a in format we need to specify to read out the non-standard value. So we have a in format which help us to, basically in format is an instruction to SAS to read and write the raw data file to SAS dataset. If you remember, we already discussed about format. So will you help me to understand what is format?
There is the user-defined formats, and then there is the format like changes like dollars and
Yes.
and dates,
How
and
you
things like that.
Yes, that's correct. But how are you supposed to express what is format? If someone asks you what is format, so how are you supposed to express it?
Format is a way to change, or not change, to visualize change, to change what SAS the output is.
Yes, you can say like format is to change the display of an observation in the output. So we are just changing the display of observation, right?
Right.
We will include some dollar sign or euro sign, or we can just change the date formats. Okay, with the help of date formats, we can present the specific date value into a specific date form. Okay, but now here we are using the in format. So in format is just an instruction to SAS to read. Basically what happens when we have a non-standard value, SAS will not able to read the value. Okay, so in format will just help SAS to read that particular value and write that value into a SAS dataset. Okay.
Okay.
So basically we have the in format which give an instruction to SAS to read and write the raw data file into SAS dataset. So the general syntax of the formatted input style is we need to write down input, then column pointers, then variable name, and then in format. So we have two types of column pointer. One is called @n and +n. At the rate n is the absolute column pointer. At the rate n is the absolute column pointer, and at the rate means plus n is the relative column pointer. Okay, see what happened if I just write down my name. Let me write down something like this. Okay, this is a means this kind of a scale I have. I just write down my name, my age, and my country. Okay, now
Okay.
if I want to read out with the help of @n, so I need to specify the specific column position. For example, if I just want to start to read the name, the first name as Sunil, so this will be as means with the first column position, so @1. Okay, so I
Okay.
need to specify input @1. So what is the means I need to declare the variable name, that is called name, and we need to specify the in format. So in format here we have $5 dot. If you remember, I discussed with you $W dot and $char W dot.
Yes.
$W dot will just remove the leading space and convert into trailing, but $char W dot will preserve the leading spaces. Right? You need to
Right.
remember these concepts. Then see, now we are into first position. So from first position to fifth position it will read out, and then after fifth position from seventh onwards, fifth, sixth, seventh. So the age value is there. So I need to specify @7. So @7 age, then 3 dot for the number. And again, now I am into the wait. Yep.
Why is it 3?
Because see, for number we need to specify with the means the minimum width for a number is 3. Because
The minimum width is 3.
yes, these for the in format we need to specify the 3 dot.
Okay.
For example, if you have a 1 or 1.0, so both will look like a similar. Okay, so the SAS consider in that way fashion.
Oh, okay. So in case they do 27 points or 27 3 months or something.
Yeah, not really. Sometimes what happens, we may or may not have the decimal places, right? So that's why it just having one extra bit. See,
Okay.
you need to remember only the boxes, okay, what I discussed with you during formats.
Right.
And then I am into the 9th position, so @9, I need to specify country. And the country is a character variable, again $5 dot. So this is just an example for us. Okay, so last time I saved the data. Let me check. We have this prog one data. So here we have the raw data file.
Yes.
Just give me a second. Here we have a raw data file called dfw.lax. Okay, if you remember, last time I just converted this file with the help of a DDS. We have a DDS that is called data description specification. If you remember, this was the data description specification. So the first 1 to 3 column, it's a flight number. 4 to 11 column is a date. 12 to 14 is the destination. Then first class passenger is 15 to 17 and economy passenger is 18 to 20. So let me just convert this raw data file into a new SAS dataset with the help of, first I am converting with the column input style, then I will convert with the formatted input style. Okay.
Okay.
Just to figure out the differences. So now I just write down data dfw.lax, and then in file, the location of raw data file is then /dfw/lax.dat. Then I specify input. The first variable is flight number, which is with the $sign 3.123. Then we have date, because date is we know that date is a non-standard kind of value. Okay, so
Okay.
we will specify date $4/2/11, then dest, which is also a character, $12/2/14. Then I have first class passenger, which is number, so it is 15/17, and then economy passenger, which is again a number, 18/20. So when I run this program, I can see my DFWX dataset is created without any error. You can see 10 records were read from this particular location, and 10 observation is created inside the work.dfwx dataset with the 5 variables.
Okay.
So when I go inside the DFWX, so I can able to see the dataset. So this is the dataset which I created just now. And you can observe the date is considered as a text here. If you want to observe, after right click, you can check with the view column. When you check with the view column, you can see the flight number, date and dest are the text type, and the first class or economy are the numeric type. Okay.
Okay.
Now I need to convert this particular program to with the help of formatted input sign. So I just specify @1 position, then I need to give $3. Then @4th position, I need to give, see, now I can use the format, in format, sorry. So in format here we have, see, this is the date value, if you can observe, which I highlighted now. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is in a which kind of in format. So this 12 represent as a month, 11 represent as a date, and 00 represent as an year. So we need to specify DD, MM, YY, 8 dot. Okay.
Okay.
Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 8 is the width.
Yes. So I need to specify, instead of writing this, I need to specify DD, sorry, it is MM, DD, YY, 8 dot. Then I need to specify with the dot, position, @12. So destination is 3 dot again. For F class, it is @15. So I have 3 dot again. Because it's a numeric, I do not include the $sign, @18. So it is now 3 dot again. Okay. So now I submit this program. Let me create as a DFWX1 dataset. After submitting this program, you can see there is no data error or any syntactical error. It is also creating the same data. But now if we observe, the dates are coming as a date value. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
Earlier it was considered as a text, so we are just able to see like this. But now date is coming as a date value, so we can use this date for any sort of calculation.
Okay.
Okay, but we can't use this text form. If we want to present this date in a the specific date, so we can use the format to display the value. So let me use the format with it. Let me use the format outside of it with the help of print procedure. So I will write down proc print data is equal to DFW LAX1, then format date, and now I want to present with the week date dot. So you can observe the week date dot format. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how I supposed to control the non-standard value inside the raw data file with the help of in format. So this
Okay.
positions will just specify the specific location of the raw data. Instead of that, we can also use the plus n sign. Okay, so plus n sign is a relative one. So with the plus n, for example, you are starting with this position at the rate 1, then you are going till 3. Now this starts with the next fourth position. Okay, so here you are specifying at the rate 4. But instead of that, I can specify at the rate, plus 0. So I'm just specifying plus 0, and this one also plus 0. This one is with the plus 1, and here we need to give plus 0 again. SAS continue line when input statement use the plus. Now you can see we have the right information with us. So basically plus sign just give us means help us to locate the next record. We can just increase the value. Okay, you can see the difference between plus and n position when you specify at the rate position. When you specify any column position with the help of at the rate, so it is a specific location of that particular raw data, and plus just go to the next record. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the basic differences we need to note.
So it knows when the next record is going to start then.
Yes.
Right. It might just do it a plus 0. So
Yes.
you don't know.
Yes.
Do you ever encounter?
No.
I'm sorry.
What do you say? Come again?
Okay, so for the second one that you were doing, so you do the plus 0, right? So you do the plus 0 date, then plus 0 destination.
Yes.
So it knows when to start the destination?
No, not exactly. If you just check out with the raw data. Actually, you are confused now. If you just check with the raw data, just see my cursor. Okay, when you are into the first record is red. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3. If you write down plus 0, means it will start from this location. If you write down plus 1, so it will be start from second onwards.
Right.
So SAS, see what happened. If I'm just writing down, just give me a second. Here I'm just writing down flight number. I do not specify anything. Flight number $3. Okay. So automatically it will read out till 3 value. Now my cursor is into 4th value. Because the values are added with each other. So that's why I just specify plus 0. In case if there is a space in between these values, then I need to give plus 1.
Okay.
See,
okay.
It is something like I am just adding the column position. It is not like SAS automatically recognize those things.
I got it. Okay. Okay.
It is,
so now, all right. So let's go on because we have the flight with the date, and then we had this third one is the destination, right?
Yeah.
Third one is the destination.
Yes.
And then the CLE. So there's a space there.
Yep. There is a space, but I'm just considering from this to this particular location. Means I'm just considering the 3 bit for it. In case if I'm just giving plus 1, okay, then I need to give a width of 2 only. Okay.
Okay.
When I run this program, everything is fine. You can see.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because I need to know that where exactly I need to land up. Because I'm just starting from this particular location, it's just having a 3 value. So that's why I'm just putting plus 0. In case if I'm just putting the plus 1, so it will just go to the next record, then it will start reading the value. See, with the relative pointer, if you're just using the plus sign, it is only going toward the forward side. But with the at the rate, you can go to the forward or the backward because it is just you are specifying the specific location for it.
Okay. Okay.
I hope this makes sense to you now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, great. So let me just follow with my slides. So we have the formatted input style. So it will read the standard as well as non-standard character and numeric data using the formatted input, read date values and convert them to SAS date values. So the first rule will be the same, data in fixed column, standard and non-standard character and numeric data. So you can convert the calendar values into a date values. So this is general syntax, input, pointer control, then variable, then end format. You have different types of pointer control like @ and +n. We can also say this pointer control as the column pointers. Okay. End format is just to specify the specific width. So these are the syntax for the end format. The syntax is remain the same for the end format as well as the format. Okay.
Okay.
So here you can see we have the values for here. We have 8.0. So 8.0 will be present like this. 8.2 will be present like this. So here we have $8. So the leading space will be converted to trailing one. And here we have $cat 8. So the leading space will preserve. Comma 7 dot, mmddy by 8 dot. So these are all specific values. So dates will be always convert from the 1st Jan 1960 to the given date. So the specific date, it will start calculating the number of days difference.
Okay.
So I just write down this particular program right away. So it's just giving me the date as a date value. So we can present the dates in a certain format with the application of a format. So let's talk about data errors. See, as I discussed with you that when there is a data error, so the error value will be turned up to 1. But what are the reasons which causes the data error? We need to identify. Okay. So let's talk about the reasons causing data error. So the first reason for causing data error is invalid data. For example, you just create a variable as a numeric and you want to insert a character variable, means value. So SAS will not able to take up the character value for the numeric. So it will give us a data error. Okay.
Okay.
So invalid data, example, numeric variable is declared and trying to insert a character value, it causes a data error. Okay.
Okay.
Second, impossible mathematical calculation. For example, you want to divide something with 0. So that is not possible at all. Okay. And if for example, there are some character values you want to divide it, so that is also not possible. So impossible mathematical calculation will also cause a data error. Okay. And the third point is illegal arguments in function. So we have we will discuss function in the length. So we have around 400 functions in our SAS base. So these functions are basically evaluated with the help of arguments. So in case if we do not give the right argument, so it will not evaluate the function. So it will also cause a data error. Okay. So these all will cause a data error. So when data error will happen, so how SAS is going to present the error? For example, let's see here what happened with the data error. In case this date is because I'm using the column input style, you can see I remove the $sign. Okay. When I remove the $sign, so what happens? SAS will treat this date as a number, but this is a non-standard value for SAS. So now SAS will just means in the number, it will not able to insert the character value, so it will show a data error. If you see, it causes a data error for me. When there is a data error, so you need to understand data errors occur during your execution phase. Data error occurs in execution phase. See, in compilation phase, you're only going to have syntactical error, and data errors will occur in your execution phase. Okay. So in the execution phase, what happens? Now your date value means we are considering the non-standard value in the date. Now you can see there is a big line in the log. This represents as a input buffer. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
And there is a note that invalid data for date in line 4 to 11. So SAS will help us to understand that in the first record from 4th position to 11th position, you have an invalid record. So invalid data for date, and you can see a big line is present, that is called an input buffer. You can see the values are present in the input buffer.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have the flight number. The value is inserted, date is missing, dest is equal to LAX. So wherever the data is not entered, the value is gonna missing.